Yes, Remo Ritvik. What is your name?
Ritvik, sir. Remo Ritvik.
Okay, so Ritvik, you have interview for which particular organization?
Sir, I have to interview for NMDC, Material Management.
Material Management.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is through GATE, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the score?
My score was 600.
This year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Ritvik, then let's go ahead and for this mock of NMDC, and please introduce yourself briefly to us.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Remo Ritvik. I came from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, which is also known as Industrial Hub of AP. Sir, my father is employed as an engineer and my mother is working in municipal corporation. Sir, I have done my schooling in my hometown, and later I have done my bachelor's this year from IIT Palakkad and Kerala, which is situated in Kerala. And sir, I have my hobbies is to I like to dance, I like to play guitar, and also I have represented my college in various activities in sports and cultural events. And my interests include I would like to have a dance school later, and I would like to contribute some money towards the poor people. This is my brief introduction.
Okay. So Ritvik, you have done masters also, right?
No, sir. I haven't done masters. I have done my bachelor's.
So you mentioned about MTech or BTech IIT Palakkad?
BTech, sir. Bachelor's. Sir. I have done my bachelor's.
You had done your BTech from IIT Palakkad, right?
Yes, sir.
Which year?
This year, sir. 2021.
This year. And this year you appeared for GATE also, right?
Yes, sir.
And through GATE you have got. So, okay. So this is in mechanical?
Yes, sir. I have applied in materials management, but my background is mechanical.
Your background. So why you're interested in material management? Why not in core domain of mechanical?
Yes, sir. I have interest in both domains, but I want to explore this material domain, which is separate field of engineering. It comes under industrial engineering. So I want to explore this as a technical part of my subject. I feel technical subject is useful in this materials department.
So which subjects do you think are going to be helpful for you in this particular domain?
Sir, I feel a part of industrial engineering will be helpful, and my management skills will also be helpful.
Okay. So why NMDC only? Why you are specific about NMDC? So have you applied for other organizations also, other PSUs also?
No, sir. As of now, I haven't applied to any PSU. I have got call through NMDC for NMDC.
Okay. So why you're interested in NMDC?
Sir, as far as NMDC is concerned, it is one of the best employers compared with other PSUs. I feel it is one of the profitable company. Like it's outsourcing it. So leadership qualities in producing iron ore from the past 60 years of its development. I feel in this company, I will have my bright future, and I would like to be joining as an executive trainee, because NMDC is one of the best organization, which is always a profitable organization. From the past 10 years, I've been in profit. So I feel I will be joining in the organization so I can develop my skills and my problem solving skills also.
Okay. So do you know something about NMDC?
Yes, sir. Sir, NMDC is one of the largest iron ore producing in India, and it comes under the Ministry of Steel. Sir, it is having 3 mechanized mines in 3 various places, named 2 from Chhattisgarh and 1 in Donamalai. Sir, it is having an annual producing tons over 35 million tons, and it is also incurring the profit and revenue like 1537 crores, 1537 crores. Sir, it is also having various mines apart from iron ore. It is also exploring diamond, limestone. It is also coming in beach sands, exploring beach sands and developing all over the minerals in all over the India.
Okay, so you mentioned it is producing roughly about 35 million tons of
yes,
iron ore per year.
Yes, sir.
Right. So how much of the total requirement of India this particular organization is contributing to when we specifically talk about the iron ore?
Yes, sir. I feel like as per my knowledge, I have researched that it is contributing around 60%, 50 to 60%.
50 to 60%.
Yes, sir.
That means how much? That means total requirement do you have in India for iron ore?
It will be around 60, like 80 to 90,000, 90 million tons.
80 to 90 million tons.
Yes, sir. So around, I don't know exact the figure, but it will be around 50 to 60. Sir. I have not remember exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so can you let me know, to make 1 ton of steel, how much iron ore is required?
1 ton of steel. Sir, iron ore will be coming. Sir, sorry, sir. I have once. Can you repeat the question, sir?
The question is, let us say if you want to make a steel.
Yes, sir.
What are the raw materials required? Major raw materials that you need to make a steel?
Iron ore, lime, and carbon content, sir. I think 3 metals we require. One is iron ore, is the major constituent, and also lime, coal, charcoal. If we have mix all this through a blast furnace, we will be getting final product as steel, sir. Iron, left out iron, pure iron. Slag will be going out and we will left out with the pure iron.
What is the outcome of blast furnace? Is it iron or steel?
It is an iron, sir.
Then how we make the steel?
From there, we have it will be getting diversified, and then we will get steel out of it. I don't know the process. We will be getting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so can you let me know, to make 1 ton of steel, how much iron ore is required and how much coke is required? And okay. Okay, so what is Ritvik, what is material management? You are saying that you want to do material management in NMDC.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think that what is going to be the material management kind of role in the NMDC?
Sir, as per NMDC, the material management will be handling the material, it will be it is also termed as a core branch of the supply chain, which will be happening in the organization. It includes the planning and execution of the activities that is handling with materials, and it also assesses other variables like having a particular demand, having a particular quantity, and at the right place at the right time. These all variables should be assessed while comparing with the flow of the materials.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that means in material management, inventory management is going to play a key role.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct or wrong?
Yes, sir. Inventory will be the key role.
Key role. Okay. So what kind of inventory do you see in NMDC?
Sir, inventory, we have basically 4 types, sir. Like the inventory will be categorized as 4 types. I think in NMDC, like a big organization, they will be having even raw materials, the work in process goods, finished goods, and also some maintenance MRO category, nuts and dust category, like nuts and bolts. And I think I'm just generalizing the things, sir. But they will be having, I think, the 4 types of inventory, whether the raw.
So you're saying that they could be having the inventory in the form of finished goods also.
Finished goods presents.
What is the finished good for NMDC?
Okay, sir. As NMDC is the main mining sector, it is doing mining, so it will get the raw material from the mining. So it will be like in the materials department, there won't be any finished production. As of the whole NMDC, they will be having a raw material which will be transferred to other. It is also helping some other public sector universities like steel plant, and also they will be getting this raw material. They will produce steel out of it. So as far as materials management department is concerned, there is no final output as of now. Like there will be, it is a service management department. Sir. it will be providing goods if any department is needed. If for suppose if in the mining sector they need if any truck like a truck to transport one from one person to another person, these material management employees they will the department head, they will take a intent out of them and they will pass on a tender so that they will get procurement of this jeep and they will provide to them. So as of now, material management department will have no output, final outputs. It is a service management.
Mm-hmm. So how to manage the inventory?
Yes, sir. So managing inventory, like we need to, there are many various techniques, sir, like compared techniques like ABC analysis or EvoQ analysis, EvoQ product analysis. And so we will be, the final objective of the management is like to reduce the inventory cost, and while having the same customer demand, like customer demand will be the same, but we need to decrease the inventory cost incurred with it, and also to reduce the wastage out of the excess inventory. This is the main role of management, sir, in inventory.
Okay, so you're saying that you want to reduce the inventory cost, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are the different types of inventory costs?
So inventory costs are holding cost, holding or carrying cost, and ordering cost, and buffer stocks, sir, like the safety stock which we have in the cost associated with the buffer stock.
What is ordering cost?
So ordering cost is like if we have some materials to be ordered from the purchase order, so there will be particular bill of payment, so that we'll be having all the orders in the sheet, so that we will be finally getting order as a cost, and we'll be adding all the costs, so that will be the order cost. Final for all the orders, we'll be having some order cost. Each order will be having a cost associated with it. So it's all called as ordering cost.
No, so what is I could not understand what is the meaning of order cost. What actually is included in it?
Order cost, it's the actual cost of the product, sir. What will be getting?
That is the unit cost.
Yes, sir. Into orders, the number of orders will be having the orders cost.
Sorry?
Number of unit which we require into the cost of each order.
That's what I'm saying. Cost of each order. What is that ordering cost? You're saying cost of ordering, placing an order, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the cost of placing an order?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. So over to Vishal, sir.
Okay, Remu Ritwik, so you are going for NMDC.
Yes, sir.
Management.
Yes, sir.
What are you prepared for this?
Sir, what? Sir, pardon?
You heard about closed loop MRP. Acha, can you tell me first what is MRP?
Sir, MRP is material requirement plan. Mm-hmm. It will be, it is like a tool which will be using in production process. It will also assess the inventory level we have and the product capacity which will be produced in the later stages. It will, yes, sir.
So what do you mean by closed loop MRP?
Closed loop MRP. I don't have any particular idea about closed loop MRP.
You heard about MRP2 also?
Yes, sir. MRP1 and MRP2 I have heard. But
what is the difference?
So nobody, sir.
What is lead time, Remo? You heard about lead time?
Yeah, yes, sir. Sir, lead time is the time which the organization orders the product, and the time, it is the time between the ordering the product and the arrival of the product. It is time between the thing which the organization orders the product.
That is in the what you can say in the perspective of what you can say producer.
No, sir. It will be, sir, in the graph when we plot between the quantity versus the time. So when we plot the graph, so it will be having a reorder level. So at that level, we need to order the stock which prior to the next cycle. So the level which we get on the graph, So the time, if you plot it on the x-axis, it will get in the lead time, sir. It will be the point where the company is ordering, organization is ordering the stock, and it will be where when the actual supplier is giving the stock. It can be there will be two types of lead times, maximum lead time and minimum lead time. The variance, it can there will be two types of lead time. There will be a region where the supplier can give the product to the organization. It can be 1 week or 3 weeks. They will just tell them.
What is buffer stock?
As a buffer stock is like it will be it is a stock to mitigate the demand, sir, like sudden demand. If you have any sudden demand in the market, we should have some buffer stock in the in our inventory, so that we can easily access, like we can easily overcome the demand.
So how you will decide the size of buffer stock?
Size of buffer stock, okay. Sir, it all I think it depends on the reorder level. No, sir, buffer stock, sir, I don't know when it.
Like you want to keep some buffer stock,
yes,
so based on some prediction you will keep, or randomly you will keep some buffer
no,
stock?
sir, we will keep at a particular level. So minimum inventory level, we will having minimum less than minimum inventory level. So there are two limits, sir, maximum limit of inventory and minimum limit of inventory. Buffer stock is what, like we will be having the size.
How it is associated with lead time? Buffer stock. Lead. If there's any relationship.
Buffer stock. Yes, sir. Sir, I don't have any idea, but if we calculate, I think we can get something.
What is EOQ, Ribu? You heard about EOQ?
Yes, sir. EOQ is economic order quantity. Sir, it is the quantity where the acquisition cost and holding cost will get minimum, and the total cost will also get minimum, sir. What will having the very less amount to be incurred with the organization, and this is the quantity which makes the inventory minimum, sir.
Okay, can you tell us something about the transportation system, Ribu? Like what are the different systems available to us in the industry to transport the material?
Transport, sir, in organization like NMDC, they will be having jeeps and trucks to transport the goods from one point to another point. Yes, sir.
But in plant transport, how they will deal with that?
Conveyor, sir.
Conveyor. Only conveyor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Conveyor.
What type of conveyor?
Rolled, sir. It will be having rollers on the bottom. So the material will be coming from the mine sector to the port via conveyors. From there, it will be transported through various means of transport. Like from port, if it comes from port to another place, it will be transported by ships, and from if it comes to the railway, it will transport through the railway. Yes, sir.
Okay. My last question from this part, Ribu, then I will ask you some questions from your favorite subjects. Like as a part of some organization or any firm, okay, or suppose as a owner of any organization. So what are the major objectives you will keep in your mind to maximize the profit of that particular firm or organization? What major objective you will keep in mind?
Sir, shall I tell in the aspect of material management, or shall I tell it overall?
Anyway, which you like. I'm giving you chance, but I'm asking you, what are the major objectives you will fix or you will keep in your mind to maximize the product of that organization for which you are working or you are the owner? Anything?
Okay, sir. Sir, I will just tell by my call for for material management. I will just tell for material management. How will I, if I selected as an executive, how will I improve my performance, and how my performance will affect the product organization, like final output of the.
Ribu, I think you're not understanding the point. I'm not saying what you will do to maximize the profit. I'm not saying what objective a firm needs to keep in mind. Okay, or as a manager working in some organization, what objective you will fix so that the maximum profit or that can be achieved.
Yes, sir, it requires a perfect strategy of planning and also the control and execution. These three are the major three aspects, like three objectives. So one should have an organization to make it as a positive aspect of it. So planning, proper planning, and we need to have some particular records from the prior to it. So as per the records, we need to demonstrate the further activities, and we need to execute the records. We need to execute the plan which we have done in the past activity, and we need to properly execute it. Yes, sir. These are the three major objectives.
You heard about forecasting, Vibhu?
Yes, sir. Forecasting. It's
So
it's like forecasting in. It's predicting the demands for the future, sir. Like if they are, I don't know detail about forecasting, sir, but I have some idea. There are like two types of forecasting: quantitative and qualitative. So in forecasting, there are various methods, sir. One is a weighted average method, a simple smoothing method. So the final object of forecasting is like we need before to the if there is any sudden demand in the market, if there is any sudden spike in the demand, so forecasting will help us to maintain the inventory, sir. So forecasting in the sense we will be predicting the demand for the future past or for future months, like 2 to 3 months in the organization, so that we can easily overcome the demand in the market, sir. It is all about.
What do you mean by product life cycle?
No idea, sir.
You heard about product life cycle? Some kind of plot some type of graph we draw for that, showing the product life cycle.
No idea, sir.
Okay, Vibhu, so what are your favorite subjects?
Sir, my favorite subjects are thermodynamics and fluid mechanics.
Thermo and fluid. So what do you like in thermodynamics?
Thermodynamics, I like the first law, sir.
First law. So tell us something about this first law of thermodynamics.
Sir, first law of thermodynamics is telling about the law of conservation of energy. Sir, we cannot create an energy. It is only the reason that it is transforming from one form to another form. It shows in the first law, it determines about either a process or a cycle. For a cycle, it tells like the total heat is equal to cyclic heat is equal to the cyclic work done in the process in the cycle. For the process, it is telling that the heat is equal to work plus the internal energy. Yes, sir.
Because suppose you are having some iron ore, some kind of stone, if I will give you.
Okay, sir.
You are carrying out crushing of that stone. So
Yes,
what do you think? Its energy is decreasing or it's constant or it is increasing? What do you think?
For a solid, sir, I think energy is decreasing, sir, because the molecules are getting separated. Previously, it was in solid there are more molecular attractions, sir, basically. So when we compress a solid, it is breaking out by taking energy, sir.
So the total mass is constant, like the mass of the stone, and when you are crushing.
Yes, sir, mass will be constant, but I think it is taking some kind of energy, and it is breaking in the form. It is breaking because of that energy, sir.
Okay. So energy is decreasing.
I think it's taking energy to break. If you are using, it is some kind of energy. It may be, it may be impulse, like impulsive force we hit it, or it can be various forms of energy, sir. How we break the stone. It depends on how we break the stone.
Where that energy is going?
It is releasing in the form of heat.
And where the energy is going, the energy which we are actually supplying in the crushing, where that energy is going?
Yes, sir. Some part of energy will be going to the stone in helping it to break, and some part of energy will be dissipating as heat.
So what type of energy balance you will write for this? Like suppose crushing of stone.
Crushing of stone. Okay, sir.
So you have to write some energy balance equation for this. How you will write?
Yes, sir. The input energy, what energy we are giving, and if some energy is being stored, that is stored in the sense, I think the object cannot store any energy because it is stored. It can easily take the energy. It can break because its nature is to break, sir. If we apply more amount of energy, so some part of energy will be if you give Q in, like if you represent energy as Q, if you it is Q in and it will take some energy, and finally Q out will be as heat. and if it is any generated, there is no generated energy in the system. Only we have only the internal energy, like only the energy which requires it to break. Only these three energies will be having. Q in plus Q generated is 0, so Q out plus Q stored. Store will be in the
total energy. Remove. What about total energy?
Total energy will be,
that is decreasing or increasing?
Sir, total energy, I think it is not decreasing, sir. Like it is conserved, sir. Like from one form, it is going to another form. Like if you apply it as a mechanical energy, it is taking energy and it is dissipating as a heat. I think that they will be reducing the energy, sir. Efficiency will be reduced, I think.
Total energy will reduce, you want to say?
Total energy will be reduced.
It will be conserved or reduced?
Sir, conserved in the sense, it will just transform from one form to another form, sir. It is conserved, sir. It is conserved.
Okay. What is internal energy?
So internal energy is the energy processed by the molecules in the object. Like it can be either kinetic energy, potential energy, or there are various forms. Rotational energy depends on the. It solely depends on the object of. If gas, it has kinetic energy, potential energy, and rotational energy of the molecules. But solid, it lacks the rotational motion because the molecules are fixed.
If you will take a liquid,
yes, sir,
and the gas at same temperature, which will have more internal energy, and why?
Gas, sir, because internal energy is function of temperature, and temperature is also related to kinetic energy. So the random motion of the molecules will increase the temperature and also increase the kinetic energy, which in turn increases the internal energy of the gas.
Internal energy of the liquid will be less.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Compared with solid, it would be less, sir. Compared with gas, it would be less.
If you are having gas, liquid, and solid at same temperature, you are saying the internal energy of the gas will be more.
Yes, sir.
And the reason is the molecules are free.
Free, and in the sense they will collide and it will increase the temperature, sir. So temperature is always.
At that temperature, the molecules of liquids, they are not colliding.
Yes, so that's so. That is the reason the kinetic energy is proportional to temperature from the law. So from
but in
that
liquid
law,
cycle, in liquids, with the kinetic energy, you will have potential energy also, because there is an intermolecular force of attraction also, and that is very high in liquids.
Yes, sir. But if the gas is ideal gas, there will be no attraction, sir. If
you compare gas with the liquid, in gas there will be only if you will talk about ideal gas, and even
yes,
if you will consider a real gas, the potential energy will be very less, because intermolecular force of attraction is very less.
Yes, sir. But the kinetic energy is dominating in the gas, sir, because there will be random
yes,
motion.
That's fine. That's fine. Kinetic energy, but I'm talking about total internal energy. Internal energy, if you will take only consideration kinetic energy,
yes, total is sum of all energy. Sir.
Yes.
I think only gas will have, sir. I don't have the reason, sir. Particular.
Okay, my last question is to you, Remo. What is second law of thermodynamics?
Sir, second law of thermodynamics is given by two statements, sir. One is Kelvin-Planck statement and Clausius statement. So, coming to Clausius statement, heat cannot transfer from colder body to hotter body unless given some external effort. And Kelvin-Planck is a form of heat engine, sir. We cannot extract heat between two reservoirs, like without extracting some output. Like it is defined as a heat engine and it is defined as a refrigerator, sir. It is given as a refrigerator.
Okay, Remo, my last question is to you. Remo, you heard about Bernoulli's equation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is that equation? Like, what information we are getting from that Bernoulli's equation?
Sir, Bernoulli's equation is all about conservation of momentum, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells about if there are many applications of Bernoulli, sir. So, but taking particular example, like if you take horizontal pipe, inclined pipe, so we will be having some particular head there, like potential head, pressure head, and then velocity head. So if you sum all these three velocity heads, then the total energy will be the constant over at that point of place, sir, at that initial phase.
What are the assumptions of Bernoulli's equation?
So Bernoulli's is incompressible, inviscid, rotational, and steady flow, sir.
So how we check whether the flow is incompressible or not? How we check?
Incompressible density is constant, sir.
But density will change. You cannot say it will remain just constant. It will change.
For a particular
How
fluid,
we check whether the flow is like? Can we have incompressible flow in air also? Like air is flowing in some pipe. Can we have incompressible flow?
sir, no, sir.
For air, incompressible flow is not possible.
Yes, sir. Incompressible flow is not possible. Like in a pipe or a duct, it is compressible flow, sir. The density
But
keeps
suppose
on.
if air is flowing at very slow speed, very low, less velocity, but it's flowing, then
Like it's all about the concept of continuum, sir. Like at a particular place, if you have
you heard about Mach number.
yes, sir, Mach number.
So how it is
Velocity of-
associated with that incompressible flow?
Sir, no particular.
Okay. Yes, over to you to answer.
Okay, so Ritvik,
Yes, sir.
since you may get call from other companies also, like ONGC, IOCL or something that way. So let us say at a later stage, if you got selected in any of these companies like ONGC, IOCL, etc., then what will be your decision? And you also got selected in NMDC. That means you have already joined NMDC. So then
Sir,
what will be your decision?
It all depends. Sir, if I get selected to NMDC, I will be very committed to this organization. I will simply will not join any other organization because my sole interest lies on in this organization. As an individual or as a potential guy, I can easily improve my skills in this organization. I feel NMDC is one of my dream job since my graduation days. Sir, I think I will be very committed to this job and I'm very passionate. I won't join any other organization if I'm getting selected in NMDC.
Okay. So, okay, then Ritvik, let us now give you the feedback. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, Ritvik, you have graduated this year, right?
Yes, sir.
So, how was your placement scenario this year at Palakkad?
So placement was good, sir. I've got some 2-3 placement related to manufacturing sector and one in computer science domain, like software domain. Placement was good, sir. Like for especially for my branch, it was good, sir. Mechanical.
Okay, so this question could also be posed to you, okay? Because you are from one of the IITs, so definitely they're going to ask a question that why you want to get into the PSU. So you have to show your interest for PSUs and some valid reasons, or you can say a specific interest. Why PSUs, right?
Okay,
that is going to be the question. Okay, and that too within PSUs also, why this PSU only? And like I asked you one question at the later stage that if you got selected in ONGC or maybe they also know. They also know it that okay, because you may receive or maybe calls from like IOCL or ONGC also. So later on, maybe chances that you may switch over. So what you can do is you have to show your interest that okay, I'm interested in mineral sector because most of my technical knowledge, I can correlate that knowledge to that domain. And also what I understand is that this NMDC has also is kind of expanding itself into the steel domain also.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm looking forward for my career in that particular domain also. So which is a very basic part of mechanical engineering. So you have to give a kind of very convincing kind of answers, which looks like that you are really interested and you are going to leave your present jobs, the offers that you are already having. Because in which manufacturing company have you got the offer? Not specific company, but which domain?
Sir, it is quality control.
Quality control. What is the segment?
I've rejected the offer, sir. I haven't joined it.
Okay, so Okay,
It
so
was
all
mentioning as a graduate engineer training in quality department, sir. Only I think that I know, sir, about it.
Okay, so was it related to automotive or what?
No, sir. It is manufacturing automotive components, sir.
Okay. Okay, anyway, so you should be ready with that. They can ask the question, okay, in which particular domain you have got the offer,
Yes, sir.
and all that, and why you are rejecting that offer. You could have potential in that area. Why not in that? Why you are not going in that area? Why you are coming over there? Or maybe NMDC may also be privatized in the coming future. So in that situation, what? So those things you have to keep in mind, right? Related to, okay, I think you had given the preference in material management, right? So in that case,
Yes,
you
sir.
can say that, okay, I am more interested in industrial engineering related field.
Yes, sir.
And the subjects that I have studied. So I think I will get the exposure in this particular domain. That is why I have preferred material management over the maybe mechanical work,
Mechanic.
right? Rest questions are going to be in general, which may be related to industrial engineering. Maybe it could be from forecasting, it could be from supply chain, it could be from inventory, or maybe in steel in general, because this is specifically related to minerals.
Yes,
You can ask the question how the steel is manufactured and all that. So what you do is just go through those, because you're saying it is under Ministry of Steel. Who is the present steel minister? Those questions could also be posed. And also, for example, you said that, okay, almost it is mining 35 million tons.
Yes,
Just a minute. Okay, audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you mentioned that it is roughly 35 million tons per year. So I ask a very general question. Okay, what is the total requirement of India in terms of?
Yes.
So I think it will be more than 100 tons, because see, 1.60. You basically made the calculation. Okay, if it is 60%, or roughly you told me 80 to 90%. It is not how it is going to be, right? Total requirement going to be significantly higher. At least I don't think that is less than 120 million tons per year.
Okay.
Okay. Just go through that data roughly, not very exact data, and also to produce the steel, how much or iron, how much that relative proportion you need to have. General questions also, for example, how is the status of mineral industry in India? Is it growing? Not just somewhere you mentioned in the introduction also that since it is a profitable, it is not that it is profitable only that you are joining.
Okay.
Okay, so try to avoid that particular term. So if had it not been profitable, you will not join. So if you have a dream of PSU, getting into PSU, so obviously, okay, this is the one of the parameter, definitely. But while saying we have to restrain ourselves, okay? And then material management, I asked some of the questions from inventory, raw material, finished. I asked you that what could be the finished goods for them, NMDC. See, raw material, they may be mining. And mining, after mining, they may be processing it also.
Yes, sir. The final product will be pellets or fine lump form, sir.
They have the finished product for this particular company.
Yes.
For the steel industry, that becomes the raw material.
Raw material.
This is the finished goods. So that is how you have to relate it. Then how to manage the inventory. Okay, you said that, okay, reduce the cost. So I ask you about the cost. Okay, ABC analysis, what is that? What are the tools that you use? What is economic order quantity and all that you have to be ready with? And focusing part also general, just go through it. What are the different tools? You said that quantitative techniques that we make use of. What are the different methods? At least you should have an idea, if not in depth. So I ask you order cost. Order cost is placing an order. See, whenever a company are having basically a purchase department, the purchase department is totally dedicated to purchase the things, right? Streamline the things and all those. So what are the costs involved with that particular department, including the salaries of that department, follow-ups, and extra costs which are associated with that? That is the order cost.
Okay.
So that means if I want to place an order, for making that order, you have to carry out a lot of activities. Who is going to carry that lot of activities? Particularly the purchase department and related. So all the salaries of those employees over there and the related activities. For example, they have to deal with the vendors. They have to go and inspect the material and all those things. Maybe dealing with the communicating and all those costs. Basically, that becomes a part of order cost. So we take the total cost annually. divided by number of orders that have in place, that becomes the order cost per order.
Okay.
That is how it is. And why, if you got selected in ONGC? So, okay, you can say that as of now, I don't have that offer. And if you want to relate, I don't know whether at 600, you will be able to get the call from ONGC. Right. So if you want to little bit twist it, if you want to twist it, then you can say that I'm not sure whether I will get a call at this score as of now. And since my dream is to get into PSU, and NMDC is a very good PSU for me, and it is matching my interest area also. So I would like to stay with this organization rather than hopping around. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is how I have to handle this. So any query from your side, Ritwik?
Sir, what if they ask us a question? What question should I ask? Like, can I ask them like, what is my role after coming to the organization? Like, which area should I improve?
Definitely, you can say that. I don't at this stage. I'm not very clear, even though I understand that these could be the possible areas. But may I know something that way? May I know what could be the possible probable area where I will post is something? Or you may ask something else also. For example, you can ask company's plan also for steel plant, because it is getting into steel plant, the steel making also. So what are companies' plans, that how they visualize, like they want to expand or want to be a big player in steel or what, something that way.
Okay, sir.
That could be the question. Okay, over to Vishal, sir.
So Remo, initially I asked you some question from MRP only, and then some question I asked you from FM and thermodynamics. So I think my first question was related to closed loop MRP.
Yes.
Closed loop का मतलब क्या होता है? Like if you will analyze any kind of flow chart, flow diagram, when you will have a closed loop, how you can have a closed loop? If you attach some kind of feedback system.
Yes, sir.
So closed loop MRP का मतलब क्या होता है कि sir, in that MRP system we will have a feedback system. And through that feedback system we will again give input. Okay, and based on that we will modify the system. So you have to mention about that. How that closed loop MRP is different. Actually, the MRP which we are using, that is closed loop only. It's actually software based. Closed loop software based. Like we are taking inputs from different places, and based on that inputs we are changing our system. But अगर आप history में जाओगे तो जो earlier जो development जो थी MRP थी before that 1980s or what you can say, that was not closed loop. अभी हमारे पास MRP is not closed loop. MRP2, again I asked you MRP1 or MRP2. MRP1 is actually material requirement planning. MRP2 हम बोलते हैं manufacturing resource planning. It is actually addition to MRP. Manufacturing resource planning में with MRP features we will take into consideration into financial planning also, accounting planning also, maintenance scheduling also, forecasting also. Some more features we will add to MRP. So MRP1, MRP2, what is the difference that you need to be know? Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. MRP2 and ERP is the same or different, sir?
MRP2, no, those are different. ERP is resource.
Enterprises, like we will be having all the departments in that, like
yes,
finance,
that they can also ask you. Yes. Okay, ERP, MRP, that difference also they can ask you. Okay. Lead time I asked. Lead time you define. What is lead time? What is buffer store also that you define? How you define? How you decide the size of buffer store? Because उसमें चार चीजें याद रखो. Sir, first is the variation in the supply, variation in the demand. Okay. Lead time, and what is your average demand rate? इन चार फैक्टर्स के ऊपर you decide the size of the buffer. कितना वेरिएशन है, डिमांड में कितना वेरिएशन है, सप्लाई में कितना वेरिएशन है, लीड टाइम क्या है आपका, एवरेज आपका डिमांड कितना है. So that then only you will be able to decide your buffer. Buffer स्टॉक क्या होता है, that you answer, but वो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि किन फैक्टर्स पे वो मेजरली डिपेंड करेगा. You try, but what I feel, if you will take some time to think, then you will be able to recall things. जैसे closed loop MRP था, MRP2 था, तो एकदम से हजार मत डालो. Take some time to think, है ना, and try to relate it with that the basic concept which you know. Okay. One question I asked you randomly: what factors you will consider for maximizing the profit? So you mentioned only one point. So you know to you can say mention lots of points. Because I am giving you a chance Okay, so you can mention about MRP also. Okay, lots of things you can mention, like by which you can. It's actually a random general question, like what you will do as a manager, what you will do to maximize the profit. So try to think over that and try to get some more information. If they will ask you, because there's a general question, and in many ways they can ask you this particular thing. But what I feel, if you will prepare some 1 page, 2 page for that, most of the type of questions which are like that only, you will be able to answer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the role of manager? Okay, what you will do
Yes.
if you will get this opportunity? Okay, all these things you can frame your answer in that same line only. What are the objectives, major objectives for a manager in any organization for profit maximization? Are you getting a point? उसको
Yes, sir, yes.
पूछने का ढंग अलग हो सकता है, but answer will be
हाँ,
same or like only.
same,
So
yes,
you
sir.
need to prepare some notes over on that.
Okay.
ठीक है. Other than this, I asked you some question from energy, conservation of energy. So you answer that is fine. Like you tried. Okay. हालांकि some more technical detail we can go into that. But internal energy में थोड़ा सा आपने mistake कर दी. Internal energy क्या होगी? Temperature is same. Like the bodies which are at same temperature. So you can say that their kinetic energy will be same. But their potential energy depends on the intermolecular force of attraction. So liquid, the kinetic energies are same. You cannot say कि gas particles they are moving here and there, so their kinetic energy is more. It doesn't mean कि liquid particles they are not having kinetic energy. They are moving. They are also colliding, okay, but they are not free to move. So they are vibrating. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
They are not free to move, but they are vibrating. So the total energy will be more for liquids because they are having more intermolecular force of attraction. Also, their potential energy will also be more.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, in gases, the internal energy, the kinetic energy of the gas molecule is measured of only internal energy. So internal energy is a measure of kinetic energy of the gas molecule, because in ideal gas there is no
potential energy.
Zero. There is no such kind of nuclear reaction. We generally assume the general process in which there is chemical reaction is going on, but no such nuclear reaction is happening in most of the thermodynamic part. And also the particles are free to move, so there is no vibrational energy. So those energies are very less actually. First law you answered, but one time you actually missed that conservation of energy. So conservation of energy, total energy that will be conserved. You can think over that, like how you can balance the energies. Okay. But somehow you tried, and I am satisfied with your that delivery. Second law you answered. What is the second law? That is also fine, but you can add some more things in that.
Entropy related to entropy.
Yes. So दो तीन चीजें हैं. Sir, entropy of the universe will always increase in any real process. Sir, the quality of energy will degrade in any real process. Quality of energy will degrade. Okay. So 100% efficiency is not possible. Even we are having input, the complete conversion of input into output is not possible. 100% efficiency is not possible. These are the ways. Other than this, some basic common definition we are having related to Kelvin-Planck statement and Clausius statement. So you can define second law with that also.
Sir, what is the best way to define second law of thermodynamics?
Second law को आप पहले तो define करो input से. Sir, first law tells us about the energy conservation. We cannot create energy, sir. We require some form of energy to get the output. So input is required for output. Second law tells us, sir, even we are having input, the complete conversion of input into output is not possible. 100% efficiency is not possible. That's the first thing which you need to say. Then you can get, sir, why it is not possible? But in a real process, when we carry out energy conversion, the degradation of the energy will take place. The quality of the energy will degrade. So in real process, there are lots of irreversibility, sir. That's why entropy generation will take place. And due to that irreversibility, the energy, the quality of the energy degrading. So lots of energy we need to lose. That is known as, sir, exergy destruction. That's why the output is always less than the input.
Yes.
So step by step, आपको mix करना है. Then you can relate it with entropy also.
Yes, sir.
Last, I think I asked you Bernoulli's equation and assumptions that you answered. ना? So overall it's fine, but थोड़ा सा जो MRP वाला part है नीचे, that you need to.
I'll revise it.
Yes. Okay, Remo. So good luck and keep preparing.